Previously on Alan Wake. I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lied.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Wow. So, through that movie, I mean, I suppose everything...
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything? From the sounds of it, sounds like... Oop.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
What a creepy doctor. So anyway, oh, look at this.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Ah, look at this. This guy's got an Xbox with Night Springs. Can I like push it? No, I can't. Night Springs. What? Night Springs, the video game made by Remedy, not real. And then, what is this? Weird. Look at this. There's me with the flashlight, the tree, and a perpetrator ready to come kill me. Not really, kind of. Wake. Who's in here? Emerson. Isn't that this
I
guy?
encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Alright, as I was saying before too, it seems like everything that all the manuscripts I found in chapter 3 are kind of coming to life in this next chapter, which is new, which is episode 4, Truth. I'm just trying to explore everything, so don't mind me.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Alright, so I tried going for that. I saw a coffee thermos in there. I thought if I just went up there it would have worked. Maybe not. This guy's walking slow. Slowpoke. Whoa, check this out. The sundial. Read. Why not? Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. In the memory of a dear friend and a poet. In Tenebras Cadabra. Okay. What a beautiful sight. If this place was real, I definitely would go for. Wow.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one trying
loved
to
his own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
So
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Emerson.
I got you. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow strike.
games.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
get
some
'em to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
wow. So I would imagine that Emerson is probably like an Easter egg kind of in the game where he probably is like a real person or something like that. So it's kind of crazy though. I'm just kind of taking a pause before we move on and he keeps talking. It's kind of crazy though. I mean, I don't know. Well, there's the coffee thermos up there. It's weird now.
Alan,
Oop.
please, this way.
Fuck
Come,
you.
Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Huh. So I've almost got that feeling that, wow, look at the tree over there. It's blowing just as if there's a real storm coming. So I've got a feeling that they probably monitor me, like they said, And I have to run. Wow, look at this dude. Oh my god, these two are from the one place.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Wow, what an asshole. Rock and roll.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just
bro.
noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very right.
Alright, so I can read this manuscript, so just a quick recap though. I mean, I don't even know what to believe. I kind of think, I really want to say that the doctor is lying and he's kind of feeding us bullshit. Because if you saw, as soon as that little episode thing, the movie ended, he talked about getting to writing.
She used us all. Taken from all of
But I don't understand because everybody at that diner, or at least most of them are all here. And then that lady with the black veil, I don't get it. It's confusing. But let's just read the transcript while we can.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
So I don't know if those guys are just completely crazy and think that we're Thomas Zane, or if Thomas Zane is just a completely different person entirely.
They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake
There's that lady. I want to go upstairs. I don't want to go out here just yet. I want to go up and get that coffee thermos. Oh, sweet. Here's another one. Okay, we got that. Just a random book. Another creepy picture of that douche who keeps calling us crazy. I don't think we're crazy. Can we go on the staff? Aw, that would have been funny if we could.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Obviously,
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Interesting. That sounds more true than anything that's just been said. That something's being used right now. Why is there a barcode right there? That's weird. I have a feeling that this is just all an elaborate story because, again, those transcripts kind of came true from the previous episode. I don't want to go in there.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony.
Maybe, but maybe not. Okay, grab that. And what's over here? I thought something was opened up.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Alright, let's just check out this thing real quick. Examine.
The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Huh, interesting. So I want to know, for everybody that's watching, what do you think is going on here? I mean, what do you think's happening with the story? And those that have played the game and beaten it and heard of the story, I'd rather not have you respond. Sorry, unless you have some educated guess anyway. But anyway, what do you think's going on? I mean, do you think it's weird? So there's symbols. Here's a hawk, and then down there was a bear, if I remember. I don't know if that has any significance to it either. But let's go in here and let's go type or something. Well,
the white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I